Okay, let me see. Let me make sure you all can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, you can. Excellent. Oh, let me move the microphone over here. That should help. Righty then. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for being here on a late Sunday for Royal Sussex. Unfortunately, Connie Bomber is probably sleeping, so I don't think she'll be here today. But I wanted to make sure I said that because some of you all kind of are used to hearing Connie Bomber, and if I don't say it, then things are weird. So, want to make sure I say it, and I did. So there you go. Don't say I didn't do it. Alrighty then. The other thing is, gosh, I hope Special K is not on. I didn't get a notification, and anyway, I can't remember if she does Saturday at 7 or Sunday at 7. So if she is on now, I do apologize because I love Special K, and I didn't really think about it until about now when I started. And I'm like, okay, but anyway, so I told you guys yesterday that my family would be here, and I made sure that I watched them drive away. There's no chance that anybody, well, I think they're out of this zip code. Um, I won't really feel comfortable until they cross the state line. I won't really feel comfortable. I won't be able to lower my shoulders until after they cross the state line. So once that happens, then I could be more relaxed. But so they were here off up on me, and anyway, they love the squad. They love the squaddies, but I don't suspect they're listening right now. So yeah, but anyway, I tell you I watched them drive away? I watched them drive away. I mean, I watched the car disappear over the horizon, and oh man. Okay, okay. All right, that's enough of me being shady with them like that. That's not really nice, is it? Okay. Okay, y'all make sure y'all got enough gas now. Don't want you to end up stopping somewhere. Make sure y'all got enough gas. All right. Oh, we got a new member. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay. Jacqueline, great. Thank you so much for being a new member of Royal Sussex. Thank you so much for that. All right. Hey, did I tell you I watched it? Oh, no, I'm gonna. All right, let me say hi to a few people and then we'll get started, shall we? But anyway, I had fun today. I'm glad they made tacos. We went to someone else's house and another relative. They made tacos. It was really good. Have you guys ever heard of like um pineapple, what do they call it? Pineapple guacamole? Pineapple guacamole. It was so good. It was like one of the best tacos I've had like in ages. So and before that, the best taco I had was from a place called Velvet Tacos. If you've ever had Velvet Tacos, they good. Well, this I would say as a traditional taco was right on par. So I did enjoy that. So if only for that, I'm glad that I went. So okay, let me see. Hello, Ann Fu. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just being myself. But thank you. You're unique too. Look at me over here blushing. Hello, Lydia Washington, Lucy Wynn, Denise Jones, Berta Sanchez, Faith Hope Love, Lucy Wynn. I said right. Okay. Reba Henderson, Denise Jones, Elaine Parker, Marsha is here, Joan Commonwealther. And is that Marls G? Oh, nice. and maybe Verda Sanchez again, right? And Catalina Hamlet, right? Black Queen, um, Church Nelly. Hey, Church Nelly. Grace Bedell, H. Knight, Mary Hiker. I hope I'm saying her name right. And Angela One Love, Diane Hawkins. Only 100 degrees. It's wow, wow, 100 degrees. Mm. Deanna C. Hi, and Susie Q. Hey, Susie Q. Uh, Denise Jones wants to say hi to a few people, so I can help out. Marcia Delbies, Lynn, and Sistrins. Hello, wants to say hi to a few people. Okay. Um, Adrienne, I'm sorry, Burrows. Hello, H. Knight. Okay, Phyllis Johnson. Myra V. Hey, Myra V. And let's see, Auntie Jane. Okay, all right. Okay, let me just get down to it. There's a few more hellos right there. Let me get down to it. And Grace Bedell. Let me see. Latest from Australian Women's Weekly Magazine. Camilla Duchess of whatever. Hey, there are certain magazines. Uh, this is a face that has launched a thousand, a thousand. Well, I tell you what, if you under the right circumstances, that'll launch you right out of your skin. Okay. Hello, Lorna Murray. Okay. All right. So let me get down to it then. Zenobia. Hi. Emerald Derek. Judy Rigold. All right. I'm scrolling too far back. Let me go to the last thing that was Vanessa Jones says, hello, Elaine. Okay. Let's do this then. Where is it? Oh, okay, I remember. I left the first one blank. There you go. The men in gray suits. The men in gray suits. Okay, so yesterday I didn't like the thumbnail that I had, so I actually did a do over later on because I noticed the thumbnail was kind of. It looked so much like the other ones. It was a bit generic. So I thought to myself, why don't I do something a little better? I am very proud of this. You guys, I pretty much make some of my thumbnails from scratch, meaning that I don't use a program for it. And so, as you know, it is kind of brand Royal Sussex to have the like royal blue background and white lettering, except for other occasions. Like, for instance, for the Invictus games, I used a black background with gold or yellow lettering and border. So, but if you look at the upper left there, check it out. There is my take on the men in gray suits. Now, those are not actually the gentlemen, or I'm being too nice by calling them gentlemen, but that's not the actual guys. Those are just some images I found. And, to add to the intensity of their kind of, oh, I don't know, mystery, I decided to do the anonymous look. So that is my take on the men in gray suits. Probably the way most of the royal children remember them from their youth. And of course, looking jovial, happy, and loved by tens of millions of people, I'm sure, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so anyway, about them. So we did talk about them yesterday. I have a feeling that the winds of change are blowing. I just can't help but think that I believe the Sussexes are going to get a big, I don't know, they will have the opportunity. I guess I'm trying to say, I think there is a better chance that they will have the opportunity to tell their side of things and that the world will actually listen. I think that because of this story, I really believe that the very, shall we say, um, passive acceptance of anything that the royal family wants to spoon feed to the world. I kind of feel like that's gone now. I don't think that that's going to just that they can take the mass media for granted. I believe the tabloid story is going to remain just that. As you know, when the Sussexes first left, leading, and you know what? Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, leading up to the Jubilee, leading up to the Jubilee, if you remember, it was as though they couldn't tell the firm side of the story enough. Probably in order to cover the concert, in order to cover all of the, pomp and circumstance, just like with William and Kate's wedding. If you remember, Amy Robach, was Robach the one reporter who wanted to talk about Andrew? She was prevented from sharing that story because she was told by ABC that it wasn't newsworthy. But it turns out that allegedly the firm had threatened ABC, if you want to cover a royal wedding, meeting the Cambridge wedding, which of course was the biggest wedding since Charles and Diana. If you want to cover that wedding, then you better think twice about that story, right? And what happened? It was gone. They wouldn't talk about it. It took other sources, other things to actually expose that story before they actually spoke about it. And so I think leading up to the Jubilee, which of course was going to be this $1 billion party across Britain, maybe, just maybe, the American media was given that same coercion from the, a word coerce, should I say, by the British tabloid press, by the firm itself, by the houses of Windsor. Oh, if you really think you want to, we need you to say this or do that or whatever, or this is the person that we want as a commentator. Maybe that's gone now. Maybe they won't, because the next big thing that's going to happen, let's face it, is when the Queen crosses over, right? And the other big thing that's going to happen is when Charles is coronated. There may not be a royal wedding of significance for 20 years. There may not be a big royal wedding for 20 years, or maybe even longer. And maybe people will have, um I suppose, send a signal to the royal family. Okay, we thought it was cute when you gave the crown jewels their own limousine to get to the halls of Westminster, but we don't want you spending money like that anymore. So maybe the standards, maybe what the public will accept, may change at that point. One can't be sure. Beverly McCaskill says, or who was it that said, we like our royals to be royals and not Hollywood? Please sit these idiots down and put in nursing home. Look, I'm going to get to the Kents later, okay? I promise you, I am going to get to those Kents later. Hello, Sonia Johnson. Okay. Uh yeah. Okay. Down with the monarchy. Too much shenanigans, corruption going on in that viper nest. Yes, it is. It is. Hello, Yvonne Clark. No more lies, and people will believe because of the internet and Reddit. Lies will, don't forget, Lipstick Alley will come out no matter what. And Twitter is like the I guess the tool of choice when it comes to exposing information to the masses. Twitter is, and then of course, to a lesser extent, you have the Facebook and what else? YouTube, of course, and TikTok. I mean, there's many ways that the story is getting out there. Hi, Beverly McCaskill says, Baron, I think that she will be the one to interview Virginia. Oh, okay. I won't say the whole name, but just a feeling that I have when she is ready to talk. Huh. Wouldn't that be interesting? I hope so. Maybe I don't know, because the reporter I just mentioned. She was at the Sussex wedding. As a matter of fact, anytime that ABC sends someone over there, she is like number one on the list. She is always number one. So maybe they have gotten to her to the point where she cannot be objectionable anymore, or is it objective? Yeah, maybe she can't be objective anymore. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that's not a good idea, but I appreciate your comment. um Black Light says this story and the bullying story are changing the view of the royal family. Yes, things are changing. It seems the American media is backing away from the royal experts. I've noticed that. And also the timing after the Jubilee, which was really a big fat nothing burger. But I'm going to be honest with you. I do have people in my life that are not squatties, and they will occasionally say things to me about the royal family. And I use that to gauge exactly how much the mass media here in the United States is actually penetrating the thoughts and minds of people who are just casually into the royal family, or may, casually know about the Sussexes. So I use that as a gauge. And I do that because I want to know exactly how difficult a hill this is to climb for the Sussexes, and then of course for the Sussex squad, because what can I say? We're in this with them. As far as we need to go with them, we will go, no matter how far that is. And so, because of that, I like to know exactly what people are hearing, and especially if I could correct these things either with them directly and say, actually, they're just doing that or saying that because they're covering for so and so. And even better, when I'm doing what I'm doing now, live streaming or making the edited videos, I like to address those things, because if there's any odd chance that someone who is not a squatty may pick up on our various platforms across the Sussex friendly universe, then I want to make sure that I'm giving them the right information as well as a good explanation as to why certain things were said, or may have been just a big lie in the first place, or whatever. So I always want to make sure that I can gauge what non-squatties are hearing, because that is the real battle, is that they are trying to indoctrinate that negativity amongst people who are not squatties, so that they will have that visceral hostile reaction when they see the Duchess's face or hear Harry's voice or whatever. That is what their objective is to create hate, because hate sells. Just like sex sells, hate sells. That is the backbone of the tabloid media, is hate, because people buy it. People are into that. That's unfortunate, but I tell you, it just means that we have our work cut out for us. That's all. Okay. Thank you for your comment. Okay, and Lynn says millions of pounds. I had taxpayer money on a bunch of useless people, and who have done nothing for the good of the Commonwealth. Well, they helped the Commonwealth make their mind up. It wasn't a total waste. They have helped the Commonwealth nations make up their mind, uh, get rid of the Queen as head of state, and ask for reparations, demand reparations. That's unintended consequence, but that may help people out. And the poor in Britain, yeah, you know what, and that is something we have to remember. Just as much as people are suffering in the Commonwealth, there are people who are not as bad off, by and large, in Britain. But there's a lot of people in Britain who do not have access to services, decent housing, and you know, other things. But still, a lot of Commonwealth countries are even worse off, as we know, whereas the so-called empire really did not serve them. It only served the empire. They only enriched themselves. They didn't care much for the welfare of people. So, yeah. Thank you for your comment, Lynn. Okay, and Lydia Barber says, I think by now Americans should get it very clear that Harry is right. The British media are liars. Thank you, squaddies, for your continuous and tireless support. This is 21. Is that? Oh, 20. Oh, I'm sorry, 21st century, not the Victorian age. Yeah, exactly. This is the 21st century. So the deference and averting your eyes away and taking your hat off and stuff like that, no more. One more comment before I move on. Faith Hope Love says, Baron, when the Queen dies, the royal family will just exactly will was it just exactly how much we'll see just exactly how much they need Harry because I have a feeling the British public is going to revolt. Well, in time, something is definitely going to change. um the queen holds it all together, and growing up we've all seen that family that had the big matriarch who seemed to hold everything together, and then when that matriarch passed away, then suddenly the family is, everybody's gone in their own directions, and the respectability of that family may have collapsed right along with the matriarch. So could you imagine this family where you have those people, Charles and William, probably going after each other big time? That will be interesting to watch. Okay, so moving on. um this, of course, we talked about. Sir Edward Popinjay Young has shown that he has the final say in what Betty does. That is interesting. And there seems to be no limit to what he will allow to protect the alleged you know who, and influence the and so and so. Yes, yes, but he cannot be making these. He cannot be doing these things on his own. If he's protecting Randy Andy, it's obvious that he's doing this at the Queen's request. And I would hate to think that the Queen is like, yes, throw Harry and the rest of them under the bus, and his family rather. And if that will, help get this one out of trouble, yeah, do it. I just, I hope that's not the case because Harry loves his grandmother, and I hope that she's not that devious. I really do. I hope that's not her way of doing things. Harry has requested aggravated damages for libel, an injunction barring the Mail on Sunday from republishing the claims, and in order to compel the Mail on Sunday to publish its judgment. So, best I understand that is that when the judgment comes out saying that Harry was absolutely justified in bringing this case to court, um, that the Daily Mail will have to say, yes, he was right. In so many words, they would have to publish the judgment of the court. He wants to make sure with this request for damages for libel, he wants them to an injunction barring the Mail on Sunday from republishing its claims, of course, the slanderous lies and leaked information, which they totally didn't get right in the first place, and also in order to compel the Mail on Sunday to publish its judgment, meaning not exactly an apology, but just admitting that he was right. That's what he wants. He wants to compel them to fess up to the fact that this case is the proper and just thing to do. That is what Harry wants. Okay, you guys, gonna change gears just a little bit. A little messy is coming. Danger, danger. Now, I brought this up. I wanted to share this. Wise to remember this from 2016. Sarah Vine leaked emails to Gov, revealing is it whatever Gove, revealing how crucial Murdoch and the Mail are to the choice of conservative leader, to a choice of a conservative leader. Sarah Vine leaked emails to Michael Gove, about Boris Johnson in full message accidentally sent by columnist Sarah Vine to a member of the public. All right. So this is all very interesting, but that's not why I wanted to share it. Take a look at that. I just totally shared this because number one, it seems like that bolero jacket was borrowed from a child. And then the other thing is, you ever hear that term meat hooks? You ever heard somebody say, "Oh, if she's gonna get those meat hooks into him, I know." Well, I was like, "Good God, look at that!" Somebody's been slugging it out in a bar, a tavern, a pub. I've never seen the likes of it. And when I first saw this photo, I didn't actually read the caption. And so I thought, oh, I said to myself, you know what? I have this, that word. I can't even say that word, but she's the one who wrote this, which is why I don't mind dragging her right now. This is the one who wrote that. Remember that they got angry with CBS because CBS actually covered that word on the when they were speaking about the tabloids and the Oprah Winfrey interview and everything. And so the Daily Mail was highly upset with them because they didn't feel as though that was in any way the R word type of behavior, but others felt differently. So, oh, by the way, thank you so much, Gloria Brown. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you. Well, anyway, when I first saw this, guess who I thought that was? You won't believe. Take a guess, anybody. Guess who I thought it was? Anybody? Can you imagine who I mistook this person for? Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. Love for sale. Appetizing young love for sale. Love that's fresh and still unspoiled. Love that's only slightly soiled. Love for sale. Come on, you guys. You know who I thought that was. When the only sound on the empty feet is the heavy tread of the heavy feet that belongs to a lonesome cop, I open shop. Yes, somebody got it. Not the whole name, but I won't hold that against you. I thought I had this, feeling. I thought it was Harvey Firestein. I said, "Is that Harvey Firestein?" I promise you, I thought that was Harvey Firestein. Yeah, I thought it was Harvey. I was like, Harvey? Harvey Firestein? No, it wasn't Harvey Firestein. It was Sarah Vine. But you have to say the resemblance is uncanny. I mean, if it wasn't for the white hair, he's let his hair go white. But I I'm like separated at birth. Absolutely. Especially, all around the jowls and everything. I oh, I just wouldn't picture a hand like that on, you know what I'm saying? I just I that's what I thought. I may have been mistaken. Well, obviously I was mistaken. But like I had that feeling, right? I had that worry. I had that you know what worry that that was Harvey Firestein. But apparently I was wrong. So if you when you're wrong, you just admit I was wrong. So oh man. Really? You know what? I don't go on my Instagram so often, but I will make sure I check it out. Yes, that's Mrs. Doubtfire. Um yeah, yeah, yeah. That it reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire. Euphemia Doubtfire. When the moon so long has been gazing down on the wayward ways of this wayward town, that a smile becomes a smirk, I go to work. Anyway, I'm just being shady. I just felt like being shady. But I tell you what, oh, I've said enough about that, but my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, so these two right here, by the way, let me do a breakdown. Okay, so these two right here, sisters Susan Mills Echoes and Deborah Mills Wall from Charlotte, North Carolina, were in Jackson Hole as part of a road trip when they spotted the I'm not going to say that. That's just too petty. But I'm not going to say that. But this is the Daily Fail. So um, those are still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are still royal, whatever they want to say. They are still quite royal. And anyway, so there has been some controversy about the photo that was shared by these two. And I believe that okay, there were 2 photos, right? And then later on, there was a whole collection of photos that came from the Daily Fail. The Daily Fail purchased them. I said at the time when the photos came out early that day or whatever that I would not share them. I bear no grudge against other people that do share them, but I felt very uncomfortable. The photos are out there. I didn't like the fact that the Sussexes did not seem to give consent or permission. I don't think that I could go in to a public place and take a photo featuring. I mean, if there just happened to be in the background, sure, but I don't think I could go to a public place and take photos of other people's children. You know, going through the trouble of looking around someone's arm or torso or looking past someone's shoulder. I could not do that and not have people ask me, what are you doing? You know, I don't think any of us could just feature photos of other people's children. I thought it was a bit tacky, and also it exposes a vulnerability security wise that I think is just totally unnecessary. And so I waited to see if any of the tabloids were going to run the photos. And finally, Daily Mail did run the photos. But I want you guys who have not looked at the Daily Mail or hasn't seen the Daily Mail to know this. They blurred Archie's face. They did not show his face, which is, just fine by me. They did not show his face. I prefer they wouldn't have bothered at all. But um they and that gives you a clue right there that if the Daily Mail was nervous about showing Archie's face, then anyone sharing these photos is probably not a good idea. Given what is going on with the Sussexes security wise, it just seems like a bad idea. Now, having said that, let me be totally fair and say this. I want to see as many photos of the Sussexes as anybody else. I don't share everything I've seen, and then there are some that makes my stomach feel weird, because like the one where the couple photos of the Duchess walking um, Archie to his daycare or nursing school or whatever. Um, that was really uncomfortable because it looks like there's like someone ambushing her with a photo and she doesn't even know the person is there, like a stalker or whatever. So I didn't like that. So I can't tell anybody what's right and what's wrong where this is concerned. They were in a public space. They were not hiding behind walls or anything. So the assumption of privacy in a public space is much lower than if you're, like, say, in your back garden or something like that. So that being said, I I it made me uncomfortable, and I didn't get the urge to share it at the time. I didn't feel a need to celebrate in that moment. But squatties, we are not a monolith, and people who decide to share them, what could I say? I think this is a teachable moment, for everybody. And so whether or not this was right or wrong, I think the next time that something like this happens, maybe people will reconsider, like, do I really want to share this or not? So um I I don't want to um call anyone out or anything like that because it's a judgment that we all have to make as individuals. So um mistakes happen, right? And if you don't feel it was a mistake, then so be it. But I have to say for myself, I get that queasy feeling seeing images of the Sussex children shared without their consent. That's all I can say is it gives me that queasy feeling. Diane Hawkins says, I am thrilled the fail had to pay for the photos, which were all over social media anyway. We know they have zero class and eager to get pics, which would have been free if they hadn't joined the hate. Well, actually, Diane, it was only 4 photos that were shared free, but then the ones that Daily Fail had, they had more than just those original 4. So um, obviously someone was holding out. I'm not even sure that the same person who shared the 4 photos also shared the additional photos. So there was a difference between the original 4 compared to the rest of them that came out. I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that there was just the 4. And then when the fail got to it, it seemed like there was twice as much, maybe even more than twice as much. Thank you for your comment. Anyone remotely familiar with the Sussexes know they would not want the Daily Fail with pictures of these, and I would not want Daily Fail. Well, yeah, I get it. I'm sorry. Let me drink some water. These ladies should be ashamed. Yeah. And then it's said that one of them is a school teacher. Um, as adults, we could not go out and photograph other people's children. I mean, legally, maybe you could, but morally, it's not a good call. It just doesn't look good. Should sue them for doing that because that's wrong. They gave no permission for the children's photos to be taken, and that's with any child. Again, Verta Sanchez, the Daily Fail obscured Archie's face. They did obscure Archie's face. He doesn't look much different from how he appeared the last time they released a public photo, but even they felt obliged to obscure his face. So, yeah, there you have it. Thank you for your comment. Black Queen says, more royalty than all those grifters combined. This is just the regular below the belt week 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 thing from yes, thank you from the R word trash rags. Thank you for your comment, Black Queen. Oh, let me get this light out of my face. I think this was giving me a problem today. Okay, Mercedes Todd says they had to know that what they were doing to contact the Daily Fail to buy the pictures. How did they know who exactly would pay for those pictures? Mercedes Todd, if I remember, once the photos were on social media, didn't they take them down again? Am I right about that? Did they load them up and then take them down, and then the next time we see the images, they were bought and paid for? I'm trying to remember the timing. Thank you for your comment. I don't like it. It just, oh man. But like I said, I get that people are excited because sometimes when I go through the Facebook and I look at the comments about how adorable the kids are and how you can also read in those same comments where people are like, why are you sharing these photos? Blah, 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 blah. And, part of me is saying, but people want to see the kids. People love the kids. But the very guarded, very protective side of me is saying, but those photos are, the Sussex children, and they are not safe. They're not safe. You know, I worry about their security. I mean, we all could not sleep before Lily Diana was born. We could not rest until Lily Diana was home safe in the stately, palatial, picturesque, opulent Sussex manor. We couldn't rest. And then once we found out that Lily Diana was born, home safe, then we could all just kind of collectively relax. I felt it. You felt it. Everyone in the squad was on pins and needles. Um, And so that is a clear indication that we are very protective of these kids, obviously. So that being said, when I saw the photos, yes, I'm like, oh, look at Archie. But why is his picture? Who, you know? Oh, look at Archie. He's just as handsome as he can be. So look at him out there enjoying the parade like everybody else. But why is his picture on the thing? That's what I was thinking at the same time. I was in awe and I was also disturbed. Those photos don't belong to them. Those photos are Archie and Lilibeth's, are Harry and Meghan. It's their children. Exactly, Anna Espinoza. Exactly. So yeah, this is a very emotional thing, and so I um, wasn't sure if I even wanted to talk about it because I don't want to, you know, cast judgment or anything like that on people. I mean, because people feel differently about things. That's what makes us individuals, right? But this was just, oh man, what were they thinking? That's all I can say is what were they thinking? Okay. I recall Halle Berry being one of the celebrity moms testifying before Congress about the Paps photographing minor children. Would these two women appreciate someone doing the same with their kids? Yeah, and up until the point that they profited from it, I was still kind of like, well, it happened. It happened. It happened. They were in a public place. I wasn't happy about it, but I was just like, okay, it happened. So what? It happened. Let's, hope that people know better. But then when you find out the Daily Fail has paid for the photos, then it's like grit your teeth time. That's when it really took on a whole different theme. So Yeah, there you go. Anyway, you guys, it happened. I hope that this is a teachable moment, and I hope going forward that um this doesn't happen like that again. Um I don't know. But again, all I can say, and I hate to keep repeating myself, the Daily Mail even obscured Archie's face. They felt a need to do that. I don't know if they thought this might end up being another lawsuit, or if I don't know what they thought. But and maybe let me take a look at something here. Maybe that's why they said ex royals in the crowd. Maybe that was their way of explaining obscuring Archie's face, is because they weren't royals out doing royal duties. As you and I all know that yes, they are still quite royal. It's impossible for Harry or his children or his wife to not be royals. That's impossible. Harry was born into that family, and that's all to it. And so that right there is a little dig, the ex royal thing. But if that's the language that they can use to avoid even running photos of the Sussex children, I don't care what they say. Long as that means you're not going to run those photos. But of course, we know that won't ever happen. So they didn't get enough photos of, actually, they didn't get any photos of Archie and Lily at the Jubilee. They only got that one photo of Lily after the fact, and they're hungry for it. They are absolutely hungry for the Sussex children. Um, Hello, Anastasia Isabella. I forgot to say hi to you today. But yes, hello. Hello to you too, Lex. I don't think I said hello to you either. Okay. So, you guys, I'm not sure how to go forward with this, except I have no intention on running those types of photos. And for the squatties that have shared on social media and such, let's just remember we're all the okay, okay. Don't forget that whatever I just said, but we're here to support the Sussexes, and I won't even say that anyone's made a mistake, but it's just something that makes me uncomfortable. Okay, Diane Hawkins says I would never photograph other folks' kids, but I'm sure the Sussexes knew they would be photographed in public. I don't want any dragging them for demanding they be treated special. Yes, Diane Hawkins, thank you for saying that. Thank you, because that's a whole nother issue right there. Is of course the backlash would be um we don't they expect to be treated different and special, and of course with a US audience that would not go over very well. In the UK it's just complete toxic, but in the US that would not go over very well, and we don't know what their stance is on it. We don't know how they feel about it. So yes, Diane Hawkins, that was brilliant. Thank you for saying that. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Oh well, Anastasia, I saw that. I was actually going to talk about that. Yes, thank you so much for that. I was actually going to mention that. I appreciate it. Oh, before I forget, last time I was on, I did mention people who contributed to Royal Sussex, but I left a couple people out. Diane Ware was nice enough to give me a list, but I missed three names, and that was Don Robinson Gales. That was oh wait, no, I didn't miss it. That was Wednesday. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. Never mind. I thought I only read half of it, but that was from an earlier message. Never mind. Never mind. Did I tell you I watched my family drive away? Did I tell y'all that? I watched them drive away. Oh, anyway, thank you, Diane Hawkins. As usual, you are brilliant, and that was very much important, and I appreciate you sharing that. Oh man, well I tell you, the Squatties are so good. I love the fact that, and you guys know I'm very open minded about things. I don't feel like I have all the answers, and you guys come up with some of the most brilliant things that I didn't even think of, and I'm just like, you know what? That is that is right on the nose. That's brilliant because it is. It is. That is something to think about. If there's any hint of preferential treatment the or that they've desired something like that, then of course we would never hear the end of it. Oh man, thank you. I am going to store that in my mental Rolodex. And trust me, there's plenty room. There is plenty room up there. I have not nearly filled it with as much information as I need to navigate this world. Yes, thank you, Adrian. Please, thumbs up, you guys, please. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Gosh, I hope we can break 1,000 today. I'm getting spoiled with that. Okay. Um, up. There we go. So Dolly Parton's sister. I didn't even know she had a sister, let alone that she was just absolutely cool. Now she's like one of my favorite people ever. Dolly Parton's sister Stella, I love that name too, defends Meghan Markle, saying she's glad the Duchess and Harry got away from that toxic waste heap. Let's see. Dolly Parton's sister came to Meghan Markle's defense and slammed the toxic waste heap she left for treating the Duchess. Okay, boy, that's small. Treating the Duchess of Sussex poorly. All right, back over to the other side. Dolly Parton's sister Stella hits out over Camilla photo. How would Meghan be treated? So there it also says Dolly Parton's sister Stella has spoke out after a picture of Camilla stroking a dog emerged, asking, just wondering how the British tabloids would treat Meghan if they grabbed a photo of her in this pose. Well, let me see. Do I have that picture? Oh yeah, see that one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Even something as normal of behavior as kneeling down to stroke a dog would be uh misrepresented as well. We Let's remember when Megan decided to wear that dress over one shoulder, and even though there are many photos of the queen wearing strapped shoulder gowns and other people in the family wearing a dress over one shoulder, when it's a woman of color, as per usual, everything changes, right? So, by the way, I would not dare ever say any pose that the Duchess of Cornwall has made would be misinterpreted and considered to be provocative. A provocation, sure, but provocative, no. I don't even know what that means, but okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, Stella Parton, who, like her sister, is a country singer, referred to an appearance by Meghan back in 2019 when the Duchess of Sussex had joined Prince William and Kate at the King Power Royal charity polo match with her then 2-month-old baby Archie. The singer said, remember how they trashed Meghan for holding Archie like a real mom? Should At the polo game when Archie was an infant. Should I? Oh, I don't know why. Oh, that looks funny like that, but never mind. Um, the singer went on to support Prince Harry and Meghan over their decision to become largely independent of the royal family. Miss Parton expressed her admiration for Meghan, who she called beautiful, gorgeous, talented, and brilliant. Well, again, I like her more and more. Okay. Oh, did I? All right. I wasn't sure that actually changed, but it did. Okay, there we go. She said, I don't blame Harry for manning up and getting his family away from that toxic waste heap. Harry committed the cardinal sin. He married a mixed race, beautiful American woman. He had chosen a wife like his father did. No one would have had a problem. Um, if Harry had chose a wife like his father did, the first thing what I would say is, has she had all her shots? The other thing I would have thought was, um, has she won the Triple Crown? Huh? That was the other thing I would have probably thought. But I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Oh man. All right, you guys. I didn't mean to be that way today. But you know, um, after the queen crosses over and she becomes a queen consort, um, the musicians are going to have to learn a new song. You know that, don't you? Yeah, they probably won't bother with playing "God Save the Queen." Not if she's on a solo visit. They there's another song, but oh, I told you guys I was probably going to be a little petty today. I was just in the mood to be petty. Um, what was I talking about? Let me take that away. Okay. When those kids walked into that church, everyone was jealous and treated Harry as his gorgeous. Uh let me see. Did I cut something off when I put this up? When those kids walked into that church, everyone was jealous and treated Harry and his gorgeous wife, talented, brilliant wife, like outcasts. I smell jealousy a mile away. And what's her name again? I love her. I love her. Oh, I went the wrong direction. There we go. Stella. I love Stella. She's all right with me. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I think that was all I had. Okay, you guys, I am going to see if you guys have any comments before I move on. Uh, uh, let me see. Oh, that was for someone else? Okay, Sonia Johnson says what they have to deal with is here's a black woman who has reached the position by marriage and her children by blood. And no matter what they do, her husband is still sixth in line to the throne. Yes, there is no mechanism to deny him his position in that family. They can call them ex royals if they like, but you and I know that they have been and continue to be royals as a married couple ever since the day of the wedding. They have been royals together in marriage. And so while Harry was born into that family, by law, by tradition, his wife, long as they're husband and wife, his wife, and of course, as long as she never remarries, which we know that won't happen, she is always going to be a princess of the realm and the Duchess of Sussex. We don't have to say, oh, well, when the queen dies, we're going to call her Princess Meghan. Yeah, well, that is supposed to be, but the other thing is she's a princess now. She's a princess of the realm. And the reason I know that is because when they showed one of the birth certificates, Kate listed her position as princess of the realm. That's her job title. And so she's not exactly Princess Kate or Princess Catherine. She won't be that until after the Queen passes away. So the same goes for Meghan. She is Princess Henry of Wales, and Kate is Princess um, William of Wales or whatever. So of course, her situation will change when she becomes the princess of what is it? The prince? Yeah, Princess of Wales. Then that will change for her. She will become Princess of Wales. So she'll never, have any other title of princess like Princess Catherine. Oh yeah, she'll be Princess Catherine of Wales. Yeah, princess. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself. So anyway, she's a princess. Derangers, you haters that are listening, that is Princess Meghan. She's a princess, a royal princess. And my way of being passive aggressive, is that I like to add that to the thumbnail every now and again, Princess Meghan. And then I just wait. I just wait. I just put it on the thumbnail and then I wait. Okay, now that being said, today's Royal Sussex is brought to you by Get Curls That Will Make You Feel Royalty. Feel like royalty, I'm sorry. Get curls that will make you feel like royalty. Cambridge Curls. Yes, now as you can see, not only does Cambridge Curl help you with that S curl look. If you want the freeze curl S curl look, it's good for the anyway. Cambridge curl, give your do a whirl. Try some Cambridge curl. Cambridge curls. Yes, brought to you by Cambridge Curl, the no lie royal relaxer. Cambridge Curl, the no lie royal relaxer. Cambridge Curl. So that's why she wore that hat, because under the hat there was the Cambridge Girl. Anyway, thank you, Stephen Black, for another very cool, awesome ad, a new sponsor, a new ad campaign sponsorship. It would be funny if somebody decides to just go ahead and put that on the market. Cambridge Girl. All right, so moving on, you guys, moving on. Let's do it. Okay, so this is not the biggest deal in the world, but after I read this, I couldn't not see it. Why Meghan Markle had to carry her hat and not wear it at the Wimbledon. In her hand, Markle carried a white straw hat by Mason. Is it Michelle? Michael? Michelle. Mason Michelle. I think it's Mason Michelle. That looked a lot like the one she wore to Wimbledon back in 2016. But if you notice, I think that, okay, well, if you look at up there at the top, it says, so you're only allowed to wear it if you're a white duchess, huh? There's some rule about wearing a hat at Cambridge, I suppose. Meghan Markle brought her iconic straw hat to Wimbledon, but wasn't allowed to wear it. That's interesting, isn't it? Duchess Kate and Meghan Markle watched the women's Wimbledon final while Markle clings onto her straw hat she was unable to wear in the royal box on Saturday. So there are some rules at Wimbledon. I've read, seen, heard that there are some type of rules at Wimbledon. I don't know if that is a thing. Although, if you'll notice, there's really no one wearing a hat. I don't know if that's so you could see the match better, or if that tradition is involved because there's a very formal event. Kind of like, do you know if you go to the Cannes Film Festival, if a woman tries to attend the Cannes Film Festival and she's not wearing stilettos, not wearing a proper heel, they will turn you away. They don't care if you injured your leg or whatever, but you're not supposed to enter, not through the front door anyway, wearing anything casual. So, certain events, there are certain rules. I don't know. I've never heard this before. Yeah, and she obviously was able to flout those rules, and this may be yet another attempt to troll the Duchess of Sussex. There's that possibility that this is an event of trolling. And I had to really think about that. A couple of weeks ago, some of the people in the squad were saying that it's not a matter of flattery, it's not a matter of just being a copycat. This is absolute trolling, that they want the reaction of wearing the similar clothing or whatever. And it's starting to make more sense, because I'm trying to think, in a situation like this, Royal Ascot, of course, there's hats, but Wimbledon, I don't think she's ever worn one at Wimbledon. I cannot, in my mind's eye, I do not see Kate wearing a hat at Wimbledon. I don't know that anybody at Wimbledon is allowed to wear a hat, but there she is. Okay. Cambridge Colonel goes a lot. Don't do much. Brought to you by Rosebush Willie. I love it. Brought to you by Rosebush Willie. Oh man, that airhead has enough sense to troll anybody. Seriously, Carolyn Tubbs. I don't know. I mean, if so, somebody's obviously helping her. I don't think she has enough wits of her own to do something like that. But I don't even know why I put this up here, because it ain't like I could see it. Let me see. But thank you for your comment. Meghan Markle wasn't allowed to wear her hat at the Wimbledon 2018. Harper's Bazaar, Harper's Bazaar said it, and what is it? Oh, okay. That was in July 2018 that they ran that story, and then People Magazine. Why Meghan Markle couldn't? I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't pay attention to it. And then the next one is from Allure. They said the same thing. And then the last one is, oh God, God help me, that's Fox News. Ugh, I would have trimmed that off the bottom had I seen it. Let me see, Baron. Do you remember when Louis was in the box with his mother and took his hand uh, and shamed her? Faith, Hope, Love. Of course, I remember. That is like one of my greatest hits video. You know that. That is like one of my greatest hits videos. Oh, please don't ask me to play it. I don't want to play that video. No, no, no. I don't want to play it. I played it enough at the time. I don't no, no, no. I just refuse. I refuse to play that video again. I had my fun with it, and I just won't. I won't do it. You hear me? I won't. Oh man, but yes, I do remember when that happened. That was when that little boy tried to stick his whole fist down her throat, if I remember. I mean, literally. And at a certain point, if I recall, at a certain point, it seemed as though the little child put his mom in a headlock. I think he even put her in a headlock, but I could be wrong about that. Uh, oh, let me see. Um, okay, my system is being a little glitchy. but I'm going to try to do this into studio. You may hear an echo for just a moment, but okay. Okay, there's the echo. Today, I feel like the luckiest squatty on the face of the earth. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Okay. Uh, okay. There I am. I was trying to do something, and I didn't want to I wanted to try to bring up something and I couldn't do it. So anyway, I think I just worked it out. I just worked it out. I tell you, remember how I used to have so much oh, that didn't do it either. Never mind. Uh huh. Isn't that weird? I can't bring up any of my videos today. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Does that work? Nope, it does not. Oh well, never mind, you guys. For some reason, I am not allowed to share any videos today. Oh well, I wanted to share that one with the little child and his mama trying to stick his fist in her throat, but uh I guess it's not possible. Oh man. Okay, let me bring up my slides I need for today. There we go. All right. And where were we? Right here. So anyway, thank you for your comment, Faith, Hope, Love. And I'm sorry, I was definitely going to share that video, but this thing is tripping. It is tripping. Wow. That has never happened before. Oh well. Okay, so we have a super chat from Sean said has to be 500 degrees out there and she still covers from head to toe. I'm sure. Hope her deodorant is held up. She probably called Meg to see which brand she wears. The Queen is not amused. Sean, I know which video you want, and for some reason it's not working. I am unable to share videos right now. Darn it. Man, and that would have been fun. I'm sorry, but thank you for the super chat. Oh, wait. Nope, don't do that. Oh man. Your computer? Yeah, I can't share any videos today, you guys. Oh, by the way, there's 1,035 of you. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Uh, yeah, that's why I had that echo effect. I was trying to do something so I could share that video. And so you know what that means? That means that there probably won't be a Ginger Avenger today. Oh yeah, I can do Ginger Avenger. I just can't do that one. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry about that, you guys. Let me see. More comments. Oh, by the way, thank you, Sean, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. All right. So let me move on. But oh, by the way, there, so uh Gary Krigos, am I saying his name right? Complaining about a specific spectator. She's drunk out of her mind in the first row, talking to me in the middle of the game. The one with the dress, and then he says, the one who looks like she's had about 700 drinks, bro. There's no way to talk about the Duchess of Cambridge, Nick. So this is what's going on right now with the squad on Twitter, which is a lot of fun. Uh wait, there we go. Take a look. So he pointed to the lady with the dress. And I don't believe that this is any merit to this, but when they said right there in the caption, it says, "It's the one in the dress. It looks like she has had 700 drinks." People are saying that he was pointing in her direction. Obviously, that's not true, is it? I mean, I know she looks like she's, you know, there, but to be fair, doesn't she always look like that? With all of the grinning like a hyena and all that kind of stuff. So obviously, there's no truth to that. But anyway, that's the fun thing that's going around the Twitter right now. Oh, Rose Theodore, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. Man, I cannot believe I cannot bring up it. You know what, you guys? I know what I did wrong. When you are doing the what do you call this thing? Um Oh, StreamYard. You have to restart your computer. If you don't restart your computer, stuff like this can happen. It gets glitchy, and that's the glitch of the day. I can't bring up my videos. What is Royal Sussex if I can't show Trenchtown Man? You guys, you know this means no Trenchtown Man today. This absolutely means no Trenchtown Man. I'm sorry, kiddos. That's the way it goes. No Trenchtown Man, but there is something I can try to see if that works. But if not, there won't even be a Trenchtown Man. But I do believe that I can do, my Ginge Avenge. Okay. Let's see. Oh, is Mo here today? Yes, you guys. I was going to mention that Mo Shannon's mom passed away. We did discuss that yesterday. And also, if you would like to leave a message of condolence or a thought or a prayer, please go to the community tab and you can leave a comment there, which I read through some of the comments. You guys are absolutely awesome for that. Thank you all so much for doing that. I will get the link to the community tab right now and put that up. So if you want to do that now or later, again, you can go to the community tab and do that, or whenever you're ready. That will be fine. Okay. Nope, I can't do it. I don't know how to share the community tab. But anyway, that's where it is. If you would like to leave a comment for Mo Shannon. And wow, there's 312 comments already. That is so awesome. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure Mo appreciates it. Oh, I do have the link. I do have the link. I can do that. Let's see. I can so do that. Copy link. Put it here. There we go. And then I have to verify that is the proper link. Let me see. And not to one of those adult things that pops up all the time. Okay. So I will do that and then I will pin it. There you go. It is pinned to the live. And then I'm going to verify that that is it. And it certainly is. Takes you right there. All right, you guys. I was able to do that. So you can either do it now or do it later by going to the community tab. It's probably like one, two, or maybe the third thing I shared, three back or whatever. So anyway, thank you, you guys that have left messages for. So yes, the other day while we were doing the live, Mo Shannon had to leave. She said she had an emergency, and nothing in this world would have led me to believe that it was something as serious as that. But her mother's trip home from the hospital turned into a homecoming, is the only way I can describe it. And it was totally shocking, caught the entire family off guard. And yeah, I was totally speechless. I couldn't process what I was hearing because I just, you know how it is. You don't expect anything like that. And so um, if I felt that way, I could only imagine, what she must have been going through. So Again, thank you guys for being so kind. All right. So these two are retiring. Prince and Princess Michael of Kent to retire from public life. I don't know if you saw the video of them at the Jubilee ceremony at Westminster Abbey. If you were able to see that, you would know that not only did Princess Michael of Kent have trouble traversing those stairs into the St. Paul's, but Prince Michael, she literally had to hang on to him. And I do believe this photo of the two of them are from that event. So what I do I I do believe this photo is from that event. Gwendolyn Daniels, why don't you just tell us what you're really thinking right now? Uh you all are too much. I love it. I love it. And I thought I was being too messy today. But yes, that's the two of them right there. They, you know what? I'm going to share a little information. I'm going to share. I do have some more information on that score. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to bring up my other. Okay. All right. See if that works. Aha, you guys. I got it. I figured it out. I figured it out. I can share video. I knew I could do it. I knew it, knew it, knew it. Oh, I love it when I'm right. When I am right, which is too few and far in between, but when I'm right, you never hear the end of it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I can't even share that video from this platform. Darn it. And I thought I was onto something. But okay, well, that is how we remember her. That is the way we remember her, is because of this incident. You all remember, well, you know what? She's been quite busy anyway with some of her antics, and that's just another one of them. The day that the entire family was supposed to get together, and they did get together to meet the new, well, actually, the future I'm sorry, Prince Harry of Wales, or later known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the new Duchess of Sussex, a title that we were surprised with on their wedding day. She decided to wear what is referred to as the Blackamoor brooch. The Blackamoor brooch is a way to infantilize the appearance and, in some cases, the should I say, the exotic nature of someone who happens to be mostly African, sometimes Indian, but mostly African. They tend to prefer the African image. It became a status symbol. It was a status symbol, and there's plenty examples of it all over the UK. Um, and so, out of all the jewelry that she possessed, she decided to go into the jewelry box and pull that out. She went into her collection and pulled that out as a way to say to the Duchess of Sussex, welcome to the family, right? Meghan meets the family. This is a little something I put together for Facebook a long time ago. Princess Michael of Kent, Blackamoor figure and sculptures are exotic figures which usually depict African men and were prominent in the 17th and 18th century. She knows this. She knows this. She's not a dum dum. She has a degree in interior design or whatever, but she's educated. She's an educated person, and she knew exactly what she was doing. And so she thought that it would be great fun to wear it as a way to signal to the Duchess of Sussex, This is what you're marrying into, and this is what you should expect. I'm convinced of that. Or, as Mrs. would say, and of that I am unanimous. And I am humanist. Anyway, let me stop quoting Mrs. Slocum. But yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing. That was quite deliberate. So there you have it. That was her way of having, shall we say, great fun at the expense of the Duchess of Sussex. And as you can see, um, one another thing that she obviously is known from being a part of that family is that when they're driving into um, Buckingham Palace, they are flooded with flashes from photographers. Flooded with flashes from photographers. But yet she thought it wise and you know worthy of her bringing out the blackamoor brooch. This is just one of many insults that has happened since Harry introduced the Duchess of Sussex. One of many. Okay. Let me do this. Let's see if I can do that. Nope, it is not there. All right, so go here. Sorry, you guys. Let me just do this and see what I can make happen. Well, I tell you what, from here on out, I promise you, I will make sure that I reset my computer. Actually, all you have to do is give it a restart. And when you restart it, that eliminates this problem where you certain. Oh, I want to share this with you guys. I want to share this with you. And I can't get it over here. Darn it. Man, let me try something. Let me try something. There's always more than one way to do something. So if I do this and I airdrop it from one PC to the other, huh? Come on, Baron. You can make this work. You can make this work. Aha, there we go. Wait, don't give up on me, you guys. I'll show you exactly what I was referring to. Don't give up. Okay. Baron's got this.
We didn't see them yesterday on the balcony, but the Queen's.
Did you see it?
Her cousins, they are still working members of the royal family who do a lot of the heavy lifting, and perhaps Captain, the Queen's cousin, I think. We didn't see them.
Okay. All right. Um there goes that echo again. Hold on, you guys. I got this. Okay. All right. The echo is gone, I think. Oh, you see what I did? I got two screens open there. Now you can see what I did over there on the left side. But yeah, so check it out. I'll show that one more time in case you missed it. All that money that they have gotten is wearing her down. That's all that money. Their pockets are lined with Russian money. Take a look. That's all that Russian money in their pockets. Can't even get up the steps. God help them. Am I rude? Wait, is that cruel? Let me do that again. See all that Russian money in their pockets, can't even get up the steps. That's all that Russian money just wearing. That's all that Russian money. See there? That's that Russian money. It's in her purse. It's in his pockets. They can't get up the steps because of that Russian money. Look at me, a regular two-face. Well, let me see. If I have to have two faces, let me see. If I have to have two faces, let me do this. There we go. There we go. There, I should at least have two different faces. Um, You know what? The arm of my microphone just broke, so I'm literally holding the thing. But did I tell you that they couldn't get up the steps because of all that Russian money that they got? Check it out.
I think, we didn't see them yesterday on the balcony, but the Queen's very keen for, her cousins. They are
See,
still
when your
working with the royal
pockets is
family to do
lined
a lot
with
of the heavy
Russian
lifting,
money,
perhaps.
you can't.
The Queen's cousin, I think, we didn't see
Come
them.
on, you old booby, get up those steps. Okay, y'all, I'm just being silly at this point, but I'm having fun. Uh, oh man, see, that's all that Russian money. They got all that money that they got from the oligarchs, the new guards, the kind of guards, all them oligarchs. Then help them out with that money, and now they can't get up the steps because they. Oh man, I'm just being silly. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, you know it. You know I know what it means. Uh, okay, and so aside from that, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm gonna have to do it the same way. Give me a second because I once I'm committed to something, I like to see it through, and see it through I shall. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, and then I'll take a couple of your comments since I am being totally shady right now. Okay, airdrop over here. Got it. And then go here. All right. You know what? There's a way to do everything, ain't it? There is a way to do everything. So again, I do that. Then I do that. And so as we were on the subject, there you go. Okay, so anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me see here. Oh, okay, so I got to take that away. Nope, not that. And back over here. Back over here. There we go. So, just so there's no confusion, Prince Michael of Kent, that is the one who was struggling with all that Russian money. This is Prince Michael of
We didn't
Kent.
see them yesterday
That's
on
the
the
one who
balcony,
couldn't
but the
get up
Queen's
the
very
steps
keen
because he
for,
had all that
her
money in his
cousins. They are
pockets.
still working members of the royal
See
family
there?
who do a lot of the heavy
His
lifting,
pockets is
perhaps.
loaded with
The Queen's cousin,
gold
I think,
and
we didn't see them.
okay, so back to Messi. That is Prince. I'm sorry. This is the Duke of Kent. Prince Michael of Kent is the younger brother. This is the one who inherited the throne. So that's the Duke of Kent. Now, some people actually confused him with. Oh, by the way, this is another indication of the very. I don't know how else to put it. Racist ways. The Queen's cousin, Prince Michael of Kent, named two black sheep, Serena and Venus, claims her daughter's ex boyfriend, who says royals and Nazis go hand in hand. Did you get that? Is this thing working? That was what the ex-boyfriend, who himself, I believe, is Asian. So he learned that the two black sheeps were named Serena and Venus. And when they broke up, he told the world about it. And the Daily Mail obviously believed it because, well, anyway, you know that they only tell the truth. So the Daily Mail concurred and said, yes, that's true. And then the other thing is, some people had confused Prince Michael of Kent, I'm sorry, the Duke of Kent, with the Duke of Cambridge. So by mistake, people were saying that that was Prince William on his birthday, as opposed to, someone twice William's age. I can understand why they made that mistake. But yeah, so that happened, is that there was this mistake. Prince William at 40. Well, actually, that's the Duke of Kent at, well, he's almost as old as the Queen. Okay, and then of course right here, Ghostwriter: Memoirs of an Overprivileged Work-Shy Royal. Another book for 99 cents, for the 99 pence bin. He actually wrote a book about better homes and sitting around doing nothing. Instead of Better Homes and Garden, it's a book called Better Homes and Sitting Around Doing Nothing. The story of the grace and favor tenant. Yeah. So I just came up with the proper title for the book: Better Homes and Sitting Around Doing Nothing, the Grace and Favor Tenant. How many people are going to buy that book? What could he possibly have to offer? I don't understand any of this. So again, William is on the left at the bottom. The Prince Michael of Kent is in the center, and the Duke of Kent is on the right. Now, Prince Michael and the Duke of Kent, they are both princes, but the Duke of Kent has the title of the Duke of Kent. Prince Michael of Kent, he likely did not receive a title as a duke because he's the Queen's cousin. They're both the Queen's cousin, but only one of the son. Well, you know what? I believe this is why. Princess Michael of Kent, who the Princess Diana used to have a nickname for her. She referred to Princess Michael of Kent as the U-boat captain, and she referred to her as the U-boat captain because her father, of course, was a Nazi. She denied the fact that her father was a Nazi, but you can see it in the upper right corner there. That's her father. He's a Nazi. And so she said that she didn't know that that was a big surprise to her, even though she's like the family historian when it comes to her family from. She's actually born a Princess Marie something, but of course she couldn't be a Princess Marie while married to a Windsor. So she had to use the title Princess Michael of Kent. Otherwise, she wouldn't be a princess at all. She wouldn't be a duchess at all. And because she's so grand, the only other way to get people to call her princess is to use the title Princess Michael of Kent. And so it's kind of confusing for people when they hear that. But that is why, because just like um, Meghan is Princess Henry of Wales, she would be, she can use the title Princess Michael of Kent. So, um, and so on. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This what was I looking for? Alma Andrew says, Baron, I agree with you and stated I didn't believe Harry sanctioned these pictures. I felt uncomfortable with them sneaking pics. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't have any doubt that they were unsanctioned, but it was just disturbing to look at them is all. Just and I don't know that I'm um even right to say to call anybody out or anything like that, but it's just it's a gut reaction that you have with something like that. It's that feeling to protect the Sussexes. That's all. It's not because we are upset or anything with anybody. We're not, exactly judging anybody. It's just that need to protect the Sussexes that have certain people feeling bothered by it. So, yeah, it's not personal to anybody. It's just we want to protect the Sussexes and their children. Okay, so I probably explained more about something you all didn't really care to hear, but that's it. Oh, and this is the Duke of Kent. Um, that's him, the Duke of Kent. I'm sorry, yeah, the Duke of Kent. Again, that is not William, and that is not the Queen's husband, Philip, and that's actually her cousin. Oh, wait a minute, Philip is her cousin too. Wait a minute. Well, hmm. Now that does get complicated. So if this is her cousin, the Duke of Kent, then the Queen also married her cousin, um, Philip of Greece and Denmark, Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark, which I do believe if Philip would have not relinquished his title as the Prince of Greece and Denmark, then he himself would probably be the oh, thank you for the Cash App. I just got a Cash App. Thank you so much for that. I won't say the name in case you use a different name online, but thank you for the Cash App. Very much appreciated. Okay. Uh, I know this is kind of late for some of you guys. Now, I thought this was very cruel. It's okay that people were confused that the Duke of Kent was standing in for Philip. All right, anybody would make that mistake. Although I'm sure most people know that Philip is not with us anymore, right? I guess not. Now, if you look on the right side, this is what bothered me. Don't you think it was kind of cruel to make the Duke of Kent wear that hat, that bearskin hat? How in the world was he able to walk with that hat on? That bothers me. I every time I see that, it makes me anxious because I don't want him to like walk off that stage or run into something or bump into the. But they sent him out there with that bearskin hat pulled down over his eyes instead of a ceremonial sword. They should have given him a white stick with the little tennis ball on the end of it because they literally walked him out there. Otherwise, how in the world did he get there? How did he get to that position? Because he has the hat literally, all you can see is his chin, unless it just plopped down, unless it plopped down. You know how I kept saying I was nervous about the Queen smushing her lipstick on that dashboard because of the fact they didn't have a seatbelt on her? This is the other thing that keeps me up at night. I worry about the Queen not wearing her seatbelt and that she might smush her lipstick riding around in that Range Rover with no seatbelt. The other thing that makes me nervous is that the Duke of Kent is going to walk off that stage because they got that bearskin hat pulled down over. I mean, his nose is not even showing. Doesn't that bother you guys? You can't even see his nose. His lips is gone. His nose is gone. It's just his chin. Ugh. Yeah. Stuff like that is unnerving for me. So I'm just saying, it makes me a little anxious, but I'm sure he'll be okay. Maybe they got like a little monitor or something in there. So, every time I know 5 soldiers collapsed at the Jubilee. And then, of course, there was that, oh, not that one. Where is it? There was this one when that poor girl fell over at the cenotaph that day. I mean, she just collapsed. They say that happens all the time. I don't know why, but she was at the cenotaph and she just fell over. And when I've heard that some woman had failed, the first thing I said was, Edward, Edward. I thought because they said some woman fell. I thought it was Edward. That's all. But no, it wasn't her. It wasn't they or them. It was her. Oh man. So anyway, that was it, you guys. And oh, gosh, we've been on almost 2 hours. I wasn't even paying attention. Let me see. Okay. Well, anyway, you guys, I think I am just about done. I won't do Trenchtown or anybody else today because it's a lot of trouble getting these videos moved over. But I will make sure that I reset my system tomorrow so this does not happen again. But yeah, before you start a StreamYard, it's always best to restart. And I know better, and I didn't do it. And so it created trouble for me. I had to open up my notebook computer just to do that, and that was a lot of work. So, but you guys are worth it anytime. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for spending your Sunday night. I know some of you guys stayed up late. I do apologize. Tomorrow we will be on at the regular time. Yes, and I think Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment. I have a dental appointment, so I can get my grill back. I got to get my grill back. So I'll do that Wednesday. So they got to try to figure out something for me, and I hope they can think of something, because I tell you, every time I smile, my IQ goes down. Every time I smile, my IQ just dives like 40 points. So I got to get my mouth fixed. Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I wish, I could, but let me see if I have that on the other PC. Maybe I don't have to move it. You know what? Do you know what? I think I have Trenchtown over here. I think I do have Trenchtown. Let me see. Oh, I do. Thank you. You just reminded me I have it. Okay. Trenchtown man was singing his song. Oh, wait, I ain't ready yet. Okay, now I think I'm ready. Okay.
Yes, Prince. Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Yes, there you go. I was able to do that one. And you know what? If I can do Trenchtown, do you know what? Let me see. Oh, man. If I can do Trenchtown, oh, wait. If I can do Trenchtown, then obviously I can do other stuff too. Like, for instance, this one. I wish I had thought about this earlier. Oh, there it is. The Angry Queen. There it is. This is the time. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I do have this one on the other computer. Some of them I have to move them over, but some I actually have already. So, yes, there you go. The Angry Queen. And when I say Angry Queen, I'm not talking about Rambolina. That's a different queen. I'm talking about the Queen, not the Angry Queen, Rambolina. Oh man. Okay, you guys, bail out, you guys, because we are done for today. Thank you to our faves, our Queen of Hearts, our Queen of Everything. Also, this has not been a Mark Goodson or Bill Totson production, but today's Royal Sussex, of course, was brought to you by. Wait for it. Was brought to you by. Um, where is it? Where is it? Oh, Cambridge Curl, the no lie Royal Relaxer, Cambridge Curl. All right. And what else do we have here? Oh, the last word of the day. And then we're good. The last word of the day. Except for I'm not that good because guess what? I still got to make a thumbnail. Oh, man. I was going to do that and I didn't. So I have to make a thumbnail. Okay. The last word of the day. Okay. Also, I need to check on Mo Shannon. I got to check on her, so I do that tonight. And yeah, and she has seen the messages from you guys, so I'm pretty sure she was glad to have that. All right, last word of the day. Someone to close us out here. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much. Lorna Murray says, "Have a good night, squatties. Have a good night, squatties. Thank you so much." All right, and so very easy. This one, Ginger Vange, is right there. All that gold and Russian money. Let me see. It was just hard to walk up the steps when you got all see when you got all that gold and Russian money. How does one get up the steps like that? It's not easy, I tell you. It's not easy. They done made all that money from oligarchs, from Putin and all the rest of them, and didn't have to try to get up them steps and everything. That's cruel. That's just cruel. Okay. All right, let's do Ginger Venture. And you guys, I'm not gonna stay after Ginger Venture. I'm just gonna go ahead and go on about my business and work on my thumbnail. And I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your donations and support for Royal Sussex. And we will see you all tomorrow. Yes, good night. Good night. Yeah, as promised, I'm not gonna stick around and talk. I gotta make a thumbnail, and now that I'm been working, I'm kind of hungry. That taco didn't wore off. Actually, tacos. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee too. It's kind of late, but I want some coffee. Yes, cute gingivitis. That's exactly what we did. All right. Good night, Susan Q. Good night, Lydia. Good night, cookies and cream. Good night, Patricia Smith. Good night, Fancy Fancy. Good night, Anna Espinoza. Oh, good night, Joe Bob. Good night. Good night, Elizabeth Daniels. Oh, good night, Marshar. Good night, Patricia Smith. I told y'all I ain't staying. Good night. Oh, you know what? I went over to Trader Joe's and I bought some of those hazelnut um, chocolate chip cookies. Where they make like a little sandwich cookie. I got some of those. I figured I'd switch it up for a night. But yeah, I'll do that and then I work on that thumbnail. But yeah, so that's it. Love you guys. Good night. I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, Joseph Bernard, I didn't know you were here today. Good night. Yeah, good night, John Boy. Yeah, the famous line from what is it, Little House on the Prairie or the Waltons? I think it's the Waltons. Good night, John Boy. Yeah. All right. Yes. Oh yeah. Good night, Deborah. Good night, Georgia. Good night, Judy Rigo. Are you guys saying good night because you're trying to make me stay? Oh man. Okay. Okay. But I'm not staying. I gotta make my thumbnail. Yep. Yeah, good night, y'all. Good night, Susie Q. Can we just say good night? Y'all trying to make me stay on here. I got stuff to do. I gotta make some coffee and I had to do that thumbnail. Even though I'm tired and don't feel like getting out this chair. But yeah, so all right, so love you guys. Good night. I am going to log out now. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay, good night. Oh, a story from Europe, if you insist. Okay. If you insist. Okay, so I was at the Westminster Abbey, and I'm just kidding. I can't even think of a story from Europe. And I think I pretty much worn you guys out with Downton Abbey. So okay, but you know what? I'm gonna share some photos from Europe soon. And Dina Cardoza, I think she said she's from Lisbon, and she was hoping that I would share some photos from Lisbon one day, and I will do that. I will share some photos from Lisbon. I know the Duchess of Success spent like a month there. Um, I when I went, I spent like a week in um, what's that place? Oh, Portugal. I spent a week there, and I spent 2 weeks in Spain. So I spent 3 weeks in the Iberian Peninsula, and it was so cool. But yeah, I'll do that soon. I'll share some photos. A bedtime story. Once upon a time. Oh man, I can't think of anything right now. Yeah, it's been a day, and I told you I watched my family drive away, right? So there's no way in the world that they're gonna forget something and go back and knock on the door. Then I won't have to pretend like I'm not home. Okay, good night, you guys. Last one out. Turn the lights off. I am going to go, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Yes, Diane Hawkins, another one of my stories from Europe. Okay. So for real this time, I'm going to log out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Watch the numbers drop. Yeah, well, I was hoping, but it's still like 650 people in here. Yeah, you guys, not all at once. Everybody just log out. Okay, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Wait, how is it more people now? Really, it was 652, 653. Now it's 659. We're supposed to be going in the other direction because I got to make my thumbnail and I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. Uh, there you go. All right. Good night, you guys. Just log out. Just that easy. There you go. There, see the number going down. Good night. Now just get. See y'all. Oh, you guys are gonna be in there standing next to my cookies when I get there, huh? Oh man, this is fun. But yeah. All right, so you guys, I am gonna go. And tomorrow I will I promise I will share at least 30 or 40 photos from Europe. No more than that. 30 or 40 photos. Okay, 50. I like a nice round number too. 50 photos from Europe. And that's it. No more. Just 75 photos from Europe. And then we're good. Right? Right. Okay. All right. Good night, you guys. End broadcast. I'm pushing the button right now. All right. Good night. After the show fun, if you want to call this fun, I mean, it's okay. I like it though. This is very informal. Not that the other part of the show is so terribly formal, but this is more laid back and relaxed. I tell you what, the derangers are probably still here, taking notes, doing screenshots, and linking and hashtagging me all over the place. Oh man, yeah. Hey, Marion Owens, I didn't know you were here. Hi. And Faith, I didn't know you were here. Very cool. And Vazola Adams, I didn't know you were here. And Mascara, did I say hi to you today? Where you guys been? Tamikia Green is here. Very cool. All right. So, all right, guys. Good night. I am going to take this away, and I am going to go. Okay. So on the count of 3, in broadcast. And 1, 2, 3, out. I said out. Oh man. I was literally looking at the number. I'm like, okay. Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna do what do you call it? I'll do this one. We haven't seen this in a while. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then after that, I'm hitting end broadcast.